Light is healing. In syncretism, the subject of light is crucial and fundamental. To understand how light works and its properties, and in particular its healing property, is so crucial with syncretism. This is why I'm with LifeWave. LifeWave understand light and how it works and how it heals. These patches emanate signals into the body. The body, being already self-wise, knows how to utilize those signals for regeneration, for energy, etc. So that's why I would say go LifeWave and go to the light.
Physician who's had my license for 40 years and had a very strong biochemistry background. I can say, and seeing what's happening with the X39, I can say without a doubt that this is the most significant medical breakthrough in my lifetime.
We are actually coming from Lancaster, California. I'm a doctor of chiropractic. I've been in practice for 31 plus years now, and in a multidisciplinary facility with multiple with orthopedic surgeons, podiatry, general physicians, and then I do chiropractic and rehab. So really excited to be here to share with you some exciting technology that's really impacted my practice over the last couple of years, and something that's been instrumental in helping people, achieve better wellness, better quality of life. And, when we were first introduced, well, even before that, going back, I was praying for something that I could get behind, endorse, and something that could create some long-going residual income to where I didn't always have to be in the office, and excuse me. And looking for, not necessarily ready for an exit strategy, but something to put in place that down the road I could start to get buy my time back, because obviously I can only put my hands on so many people. I can only see so many people, so many patients at a time. And so when this was introduced to us, man, it really caught my attention because of the impact and the technology. I understood it. I understood because basically capturing, we'll go into it a little bit more in depth, but capturing the light energy to increase wellness in the body, that is something that I've been studying or familiar with for like the last 15 years, except for the modalities and the units that we use to work with patients cost $18,000, and we can only use it on one person at a time. And so it's very time restrictive and could be very cost prohibitive as well for patients. And so when I was introduced to this technology, I got super excited because I could just see the vision, the game plan of being able to touch a lot more people and to make a huge impact across the country. And, that just got me really excited because of the fact that that's what I'm in health and wellness for, is to make an impact, to change people's lives, to help them live a higher quality life, and to go about it in a way that's non-invasive, effective, and affordable. It was exciting, and we partnered together. Cheryl and I got together and decided we were going to jump in, and we've been on a mission to help people live a higher quality life. But not only that, is to create, when you see the technology, to create a revenue stream around this, because when we go into this and share with you, this is something that everybody can benefit from, whether you're sick or whether you're healthy and just want to live a higher quality life, because of where it goes down to the foundational component of well-being. But everybody needs it, but not everybody knows about it. And so that screams a huge opportunity to go out and bless a lot of people and build a revenue stream and a business around it that everybody can do. And so again, that's why we're super excited. And that's why we're coming to you to share our excitement and the technology about it.
So have you been patched yet? So David Schmidt, he's the founder, CEO, the inventor of the X39 patch. On here, it says he has over 130 patents. He's actually reached 200 patents now and counting. He's a scientist inventor. He specializes in age reversal, not age, what is that thing?
Anti-aging.
Anti-aging thing, but age reversing. In 2008, he started focusing really on stem cell research. And I'm sure everybody's kind of heard about that. But maybe you thought it was something you can never get your hands on because it's not affordable for the everyday person, and also gets tied up in regulations and stuff. So this is great because he found an effective, affordable way that we can actually benefit from stem cell research. He has a patent on this particular product. Took over 10 years and $4.5 million to develop.
So this patent is really exciting because basically we have exclusivity till 2040, which means, we have a monopoly on this technology. Because having that monopoly is that we're the only one in the market that has anything like this. And like I said before, is that it's safe, effective, non-invasive, and affordable. And this is the only way that I know of that actually you can increase your stem cell count naturally by wearing this patch that is capturing light energy. And so one of the components of that, or why it's so important, is because as we start to age, our stem cell level of productivity declines dramatically. By the age of 30, we're at 50% reduction. By the age of 60, we're at 10%. So we have a dramatic decline. And that's why we start to hurt more, we start to heal slower. The lower amount of stem cell production you have, the slower you heal and the faster you age. So that is a problem. And that is a problem for a lot of us who are getting, to those age brackets of where we want to live a vibrant and healthy lifestyle, and we want to be more productive for a longer period of time. But our body is trying to work against us.
It's telling us things. It tells us something every day when we get up out of bed, right? So I know at the 30, that's when I started noticing things were going wrong with my body. And now it's like, I'm not saying my age, but as I get older, I've noticed more and more. So him and I, it's not just about everybody else, but it's about us too.
Yeah, so how does the X39 work? It's basically capturing light energy. So it's not any external sources, not any chemicals or medications or anything. It's just capturing light energy, converting that light energy into a wavelength, or basically refracting that light into a wavelength that turns on the stem cell production and another thing, healing peptides in our body called copper peptides, which are essential to regenerative wellness. And so it's a patented nanocrystal technology, meaning that there's crystal plant-based crystals embedded in the lattice of this patch. It has an adhesive back. You just peel the back off it and stick it on your body. And what it's doing is it's refracting our own body's infrared light. So our body puts off an infrared light that we visibly can't see, but the police and other people know how to track us at night, right? Because they know they have devices that can see the infrared light that our body puts off. And so David Schmidt, in his infinite wisdom, knew that there was a certain wavelength that activated the stem cells and peptides in our body. And he searched for multiple decades to find that right wavelength to do it. And this is a component, like you may say, like, how is that even possible? But this is something that we accept on a daily basis, because we all know when we go out in the sun, our body captures light energy, converts it, creates a photochemical reaction, and converts it to vitamin D, right? That's accepted. Everybody knows that. Also, when we go out in the sun, our body captures that light energy and it starts to produce melanin. That's a pigmentation on our skin to protect us from ultraviolet rays. So that's another photochemical reaction that our body naturally does. Again, David Schmidt, knowing his scientific background and research, was studying for multiple decades to find that wavelength, and he finally came across it and brought the X39 to the market. So it's a non-invasive way to turn on the productivity. And I like to say, kind of turn the light switch back on, because as we start to age, that stem cell production and activity, copper peptide production declines dramatically. The light switch gets turned off. Now we have the ability to turn it on naturally and safely and non-invasively through wearing the patch.
So these are some benefits of the X39. Right here, I like to share what I have benefited from, because I think stories are the most important thing, hearing somebody's testimony about how they've benefited from the X39. So in September of last year, I fell. We were riding bikes. He's an avid cyclist, and he's trying to get me to start riding with him. So I was doing it for like 3 weeks and getting a little more confident, having fun. I went down this hill that I'd done before, but I was going a little bit faster than what I should have been. And unfortunately, at the bottom of the hill, there was gravel and a car coming. So I was not able to go straight like he's advised me to do in gravel before. I had to turn and the bike went out from underneath me. I broke my elbow really badly, had to have surgery. I have a plate, screws, and a prosthetic head now in my elbow. And the crazy thing was, it's like, that is a struggle in itself. But now I look back and I think, wow, I have definitely healed a lot faster than most other people that have had this type of injury. I joined a couple Facebook groups where people that have had it, so I can kind of see what to expect as I was going through my journey. And every step of the way, every time I went to the doctor, he said I was ahead of the other patients in that category, as well as what I was getting back on Facebook. So now, you know, it's been several months, but I don't know if you guys have ever lost use of any of your limbs before, but to try and learn how to get your hand up to your face again is a big thing. I'm right-handed. Of course, it was my right elbow. So just to know that I have something to be proactive with, because when I started using the X39, I didn't have all this stuff like that I could pinpoint that I was trying to chase. Instead, Tony's always been into health and wellness, always bringing home something that I could benefit from, and some of it tastes nasty. I love the fact that this is a little sticker I can put on me, and I can get so many benefits from it. So along the way, it helped me with my strength, the inflammation, energy during this process, restored muscle and skeletal condition, and mental clarity to get through the journey, to keep me on track. So you can see there's tons of different benefits. That's just one of many testimonies of all the different patients he shared it with, family and friends. But I definitely have seen a huge value with it myself.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different testimonies in my practice with, you know, different arthritic stuff going on, and you know, people suffering from other issues, and been able to help them kind of break through plateaus. You know, in our practice, we were working with them and they hit plateaus, and sometimes, and then I've been able to implement the X39 and help them break through some of those plateaus. And, you know, things that we didn't expect to see a lot of times, because I treat a lot of musculoskeletal issues. You know, I'm dealing with shoulders, hips, knees. So we use it for that, and that benefits, or people that have those type of challenges. But then also when we're starting to see and monitor those people, we're starting to see like blood pressure levels improving, cholesterol levels improving, blood sugar levels improving, better liver function, kidney function, cardiovascular improvements. And so a lot of different things that, you know, kind of working from the inside out because of the benefits of what stem cells do. They're the foundational component of what our body is made from. And so we're regenerating healthier tissue, which has better oxygen exchange, better blood flow, better circulation. So a lot of different things you start to see improvement. And so when we're seeing musculoskeletal improvement, because one of the key components that copper peptides does is increase collagen production. And the best way to get collagen benefits is when your body produces it naturally, what they call endogenously from the inside out, rather than trying to bring it from the outside in and have our body assimilate it and break it down into the right components. And so when we build it internally, we know how to do it. So collagen is the basis of every ligament, tendon, and bone. So those densities are improving and replenishing and regenerating. So those are, you know, significant impacts in our overall health and well-being. And like Cheryl was talking about, inflammation. Inflammation is the root of all disease, and it's a very common thing that a lot of us are inflicted with, because most of us have something that ends in an itis, right? That is an inflammatory condition, and so we have all different types of itises. And I've even seen, you know, a lot of times people don't want to share some of the personal things, but I've seen in multiple situations, like for men's health, you know, men who have to get up frequently in the evening or at night to urinate, to go to the bathroom. Are seeing improvements in that because inflammation in the prostate is decreasing. And so those are the things that like a lot of people don't want to personally share, but they are seeing some of those type of benefits.
So the LifeAid products are not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure or prevent any medical disease or condition, but people that have had issues have benefits. But if you're anybody like me, I'm looking long-term at my health, and I know that I need to keep my stem cells strong. So that's what turns me on about the X39.
Yeah, some of the things I really want to stress is like, sometimes we get into this and we start talking about how beneficial it could be if you have some illness. You don't have to be sick and disabled to benefit from this. There's a lot of people that just want to live a more optimal life. They want to be more productive. I mean, people that are athletes, like that's one of the things that interests me is when it was shown to me, I was like, wow, how can this improve my cycling? How can I get the upper hand on my competitors? Because I actually compete and race. And so I was like, well, that was my dilemma. I'll talk about that, is that when I started seeing the benefits, it's like, do I actually share it with my competitors, or do I keep it away from them because I don't want them to get the upper hand too? But
I can tell you, he doesn't share it with them.
I don't share it with my competitors. That's a secret to them. Sorry, they're not in my business. But I do share it to other people I don't compete against. But I started seeing benefits on the cycling, in the cycling realm, was just my recovery was improving, my ability to push myself further without fatigue. Those are things that really mean a lot to me as a competitor. And starting, understanding that, again, going back to, you don't have to be sick or unhealthy to benefit from this. This is for everybody, the young, the old, women, men, women, it doesn't matter. It's beneficial for everyone. And that's the exciting part, is because, like I said at the beginning, everybody can benefit from it, but nobody really knows about it yet. And so we have a huge opportunity to go out and share it. But what happens in the first, I get carried away.
Yeah, he doesn't get carried away. He can talk forever on this because he's so passionate about it. So that's the benefit for all you guys out there, is if you have somebody who's so passionate about something that they can't stop talking, then it's something you need to take a look at.
Yeah. So within the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. I mean, that's significant because that's 1/3 of all the genes in our whole body. So that's a huge impact overall on our overall wellness. And then within 6 weeks, our brain becomes balanced because inflammation is being driven down. So there's better communication between the nerve cells in that sterile environment in our brain. And that's some of the things that actually affect our memory and focus and clarity, is inflammation that gets into those areas. And then also collagen is being, like I talked about, collagen production is driven up, which means there's more densities that are being improved. And so musculoskeletal improvements are being seen over a period of time. And understand that this is not an overnight thing. I mean, the crazy thing is, we'll share it with people, and everybody's in this microwave society. They want to be, 40, 50, 60 years of abuse. They want it to happen, return, or, be replenished in like 2 days or 3 days. It doesn't happen like that. You have to give the body time to rebuild and regenerate, but know that it's happening from the inside out, and it's structurally improving. And then the cardiovascular benefits that we're seeing is that, cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer in the US and probably across the country. And it's a silent killer. Unfortunately, a lot of people suffer from heart attacks that they didn't even know they had an issue. And so think of the impact that you can make with somebody just by sharing it, because they may not even know that they're having some issues, but because of the benefits that are happening, that it's turning on the systems to work properly from the inside out, that it could, literally add years to their lives. And so again,
I would recommend everybody go to thisisatinfo.com if you want to get the science, if you want to read up, if you want to hear from people that are benefiting. There's testimonies, there's case studies, it's all there for you. The patent's on there, so you can read all about it. Don't trust us. Go there and check it out. So how do you wear it? Okay. I say wear it wherever it hurts, but for the case studies, they had to be consistent on where to place it. So this is what they have everybody do. Wear your patch 12 hours on, 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate, then throw it away. You're either going to put it in the case studies, they put it behind their neck or below their belly button. But we've seen people put it elsewhere and they've had tremendous results. Again, it just, as long as it's on your body, you're good to go. And then the reason why you only wear it 12 hours on and 12 hours off,
it's so that the body doesn't get used to the signal. So the patch is turning on a signal to the body to start that regenerative process. And the body starts to accommodate and gets used to that signal. So you want to break that signal for a period of time. So when you put it back on, it's more effective and efficient. So,
and you can wear more than one at a time if you want to. Right now I have 2 on. I have one on my low back because I was mopping yesterday. And then I have one on my neck.
Yeah.
And then very, very, very important, drink plenty of water.
Yeah, hydration is key because the patch is going to help the body detox, and you want to be hydrated so you can flush those toxins out more effectively. But also, even beyond that, to even increase the benefits of the X39 is make sure you're hydrating with electrolytes. Electrolytes help bring the fluid into the tissue more effectively, so it can flush those toxins out more effectively.
So we already went through a few of our testimonies. And I know Tony has shared it in his practice. And this is one thing that I really do appreciate it, because some people see these type of companies and they're like, oh, it's a network marketing company. I'm actually to the point in my life where I say, yay, it's a network marketing company, because it's an opportunity for people not only to share what they have, but also to benefit, to pay for their own product, to get it paid for free. And what I love about this particular testimony part is, again, it's person to person. You can't get that in the store shelf. Years ago, when Tony first introduced me to this industry, I was real negative on it because I didn't understand it. I used to work in an insurance company. I sat in an office all day. I was only exposed to the people I worked with, and I never, ever had anybody approach me on this type of company. It wasn't until he was approached on a product that he just really wanted to use. He didn't want to build a business with it, but he just wanted to use it, that I was introduced to it. And he had the people come to the house. I was, like I said, so negative, but he signed up anyways. He signed up because he wanted something. And he got it. And gradually down the road, I learned more about this industry. And I thought, why doesn't everybody do it? It just makes sense. Why not find something that you benefit from, share it with other people, and help them benefit from it? And what's wrong with the company giving you something for it? So I love this type of company.
Yeah, so I'm excited about the X39 because of the fact that it allows everybody to have success. You don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a scientist. We have resources that people can share the information and not have to be the expert, which we'll touch on in a minute. But I've been, like Cheryl was saying, I've been in health and wellness for 30 plus years now, and utilizing different supplements and different things for, different issues and stuff, different challenges people are having. And so now when I start to introduce, things when I was first getting started with this, I'm like, okay, would you rather take this handful of supplements twice a day, or would you rather put this patch on? And they're like, I would rather take I would rather use the patch rather than take all those supplements. And this is way more cost effective. I've been able to save people hundreds of dollars of supplements, cost on supplements, to a wearable patch at $3 a day.
And I've been able to meet a lot of those patients that have benefited, and some of them aren't even doing the business, but I'm telling you, they're going to wear these patches for the rest of their life because of the changes that has happened in their life with them. So LifeWave is a 20-year-old company. Now, I talked a little bit about this industry, and a lot of times people think the new opportunity is the best opportunity. I can tell you from going through some challenges with that, that's not always the case. More times than not, it isn't, because they have growing pains they have to go through. You think of a 20-year-old company, you have a company that's established. It's here for the long haul. My company is now in over 80 countries. And what's very interesting here is it's not a Me Too product. You're not going to find this anywhere else, like Tony was saying. The patent is good for what, till 2040? 2040, okay? So nobody else has this. So you don't have to compete with anybody. We don't have to say my skincare is better than your skincare because this, and this. No, you don't have to do it. Love those people in their business that they have, but share what you have because it's something that, like no other.
Yeah, the exclusivity is the key, because, like she said, nobody else has it and we have access to it. And the only way to get it is through somebody that's affiliated with the company. So that means you have your hands on a gold mine right here.
And everybody needs it, like he was saying, everyone needs it.
Yeah.
We are all getting older. As we age, those stem cells are dying out. So what do we need? We need to keep replenishing. And if we're not wearing the patch, we're not.
Yeah, so you've seen here, we're just touching on like the growth over the last, since the X39 has been released. And actually, since this is a team has come into the company, you can see significant growth, over 200 million a year. And it's because, well, it's multiple factors, but one of the main factors is the impact this is making. I mean, we couldn't have that amount of growth if it wasn't impacting and changes people's life. That's the key. This is the key component. This is another testimony of some sorts, is that there's been multiple companies out there that have rated us as the fastest growing company in the world in this industry for the last 2 years in a row. So if somebody thought the first year was a fluke, no, we came back and backed it up again as the fastest growing. And I believe we're still, in that at the lead right now at this, the Bravo Award. Again, because of the impact, all the lives, see the people in the back, those people are there because lives have been changed. And so again, just reassurance that you're with the right person at the right time, at the right place, because not only is this company the fastest growing company in the industry, but
September of last year, I had reached a very dark point in my life physically. I would get in the van and I would literally start crying because I was in so much pain. Well, Kevin calls me and he comes over and he says, I got something I want to share with you. And I was like, well, what is that? Is that like a nicotine patch? I said, no, this reactivates stem cells. He gave me something to try, put it on the back of my neck, totally forgot about it. Then I was like, what is going on in my body? Then I realized I hadn't cried from pain in over a month and a half. I wasn't using therapy guns on my hands anymore. I wasn't wearing knee braces anymore. And I was like, I didn't feel this good when I was in my 30s. It literally, it gave me back my life. I seriously, last summer, wasn't sure I wanted it to continue. And now I'm like, I'm so excited of how I feel and what I can help other people with that I can't not tell people this.
That no company in the industry, whether it was 20 years, 30 years, and even 5 or now, no company in the world has our technology. No company in the world protects their technology like we do. And no company in the world can talk about the future technologies that will be coming in hand. If anyone that is interested in building a future or stability in any industry, you have to be in a direct industry. But if you're going to be in a direct industry, you have to make sure that you partner up with a company that has stability and the foundation for the future for you and your family. So, and we now know we are a true technology company, but technology and wearable technology for the first 20 years, and get ready for the next 20, 40, 60, 80 years, wherever David's going to take us, because as we know, when we wear our patches, we're going to age gracefully and we're going to get stronger as we age.
Hey, oh, you should know. I just met her. Are you from Korea? What you do? The manners, stay kind, spread love, and posit. Me tell you, you are love. I love you. I could do anything. Go get it. Love you.